Hey YouTube, Steve the Technophile here, and I have a pretty fun unboxing for you guys today. I have, let me zoom out a little bit more so you can see what's going on. I have the Etch-a-Sketch Revolution. This thing's pretty cool looking, and this really was an impulse buy. As you can tell, this was an impulse buy because I am not set up for an unboxing, but anyway, I just wanted to show you guys this. This is basically the Etch-a-Sketch Revolution. It has a magical spinning screen. First ever create circles easily. I was just kind of cracking up at that. But yeah, this literally was an impulse buy. You can spin to draw circles. I mean, how cool is that? And this, you still are able to draw on it and then shake it vigorously to erase your drawings. Again, this was an impulse buy. Hey there, Tats. Thanks for joining. This is not technology. This isn't something I'm going to throw in my backpack and take with me. I don't know. Maybe. Depends on how boring plane flight is. But I like the toys where you can just kind of, keep your fingers busy while you're in one of those really boring meetings and no one's able to see you, so you can just sit here and fidget with it. So I think this is kind of a pretty decent fidget device. So the Etch-a-Sketch was launched in 1960, before my time, and basically people became obsessed with this because there were no batteries. You were just able to easily draw, and that made it, it was a mobile thing. You can take it with you anywhere, and there have been tons of iterations on this design and basically on this type of would you say technology. But yeah, so this was introduced at the New York Toy Fair, I believe, this year, 2020. And again, this was an impulse buy at Target for $10, so why not? I've never played with this before, so we're just going to open this up and see what it is all about. Clearly, I don't know how to open these. This is very light also. So this is slightly smaller than the original Etch-a-Sketch. Let me move my light over here. Oh, much better. Sorry about that, guys. Thickness is pretty much, I think, the same from what I remember when I was a kid. So this looks like this just should come right off. There you go. So there is a dial that turns around. Oh, and as you can see, it is drawing a circle, and you can see the little drawing mechanism is right there. So if we turn the right wheel, it looks like the circle goes up, or the drawing mechanism goes up, and then we're able to turn this left and right to draw a circle. You can go down. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? And then this guy looks like, oh, you're able to go left and right. This is pretty cool. Again, this isn't something that I think a lot of people are just going to throw this into their, their backpack. And yeah, it's pretty cool, huh? For $10, I don't think this is something that's going to be like a Tamagotchi and take the world by storm, but I think this is pretty neat if you like to fidget. When I fidget, I like to draw and sketch and doodle, so this is something that I think is pretty decent. You would have to, if you're on a Zoom call, you're probably gonna have to mute it because this is gonna make some noise. But yeah, I think this is pretty neat. So again, the knob going down goes down, and turning it right goes up. And then this one is pretty self-explanatory. So you can draw while this is moving. So if you want to get, a little bit more creative and not be stuck just drawing circles after circles, you can do that. You just have to probably use both of your hands and get creative. I did read online that erasing this was not very easy. I don't know, so let's find out. Wow, that's actually pretty good. It looks like it's kind of, I don't know if it's scratching the surface, but I am able to see lines from what I just drew. I don't know if that's gonna disappear over time, but a few of the reviewers who are playing with this said that they were unable to get their original image out. The one person said they were shaking this thing for 5 minutes and it wasn't doing anything. So, but for me, it looked like, all right, let's try erasing it again. I feel like I'm going to throw this across the desk. Yeah, this one's erasing for me pretty well. So I don't, maybe they got a dud or maybe they had a demo unit, but I mean, that line is crisp. I'm trying not to get the reflection in there, but I mean, that's a pretty decent line. I remember though, when I had my first Etch-a-Sketch, I was not very talented with it, even though I am an excellent drawer, if I do say so myself. But I would just try to get all the silver off the screen and see if I can make the screen black. So that was my claim to fame, like probably a lot of other people on the Etch-a-Sketch. But I mean, it's kind of doing exactly what I want it to do, which is kind of neat. Yeah. Again, I think this is really just a fun impulse buy to doodle. It grips well. It's a nice size. It's not huge like the original one. And it doesn't have that much. I remember the other Etch-a-Sketches were really grainy sounding. This doesn't sound like there's a lot in there, but it seems to be erasing pretty well for me. It's a bummer that it wasn't angled the other way, because it'd be cool if you could just set it down. So when you're done making your little masterpiece, you could just sit this in for everyone to enjoy. So unfortunately, that is not. Maybe you could do it upside down, sideways. But another thing I thought was pretty cool that I've always wanted on an Etch-a-Sketch was a little bit thinner, but with magnets on the back, so you could put it on the refrigerator or like on your filing cabinet or something. I remember my college friend had a bunch of these. We were in the same art classes together, and she would just doodle the crap out of these things. And she displayed them as works of art. So, and then one would fall and kind of disappear, and she would start all over the image all over again. But yeah, so I mean, you can see you can do circles, but you can also do other types of shapes too. And I think once you get the hang of it, you can probably do some it's pretty intricate designs there. So yeah, this was just a quick unboxing or unpackaging of the new Etch-a-Sketch Revolution. To me, not very revolutionary, but I think cool nonetheless. Again, $10. I wasn't able to find it on Amazon, but I did just order it at Target and did their ordered online, and I just drove up and they were able to get it for me. So I'm wondering, the lines are kind of disappearing, and I think the sand in there or whatever material is moving as I'm drawing, because you see they're disappearing. So maybe I need to keep it flat and the lines won't disappear. Yeah, they're a lot more dark, a little bit more crisp. If I keep it flat, I'm keeping it like this so you guys can see it. But oh yeah, see, it's already erasing. I wonder again if that reviewer just got a dud. But yeah, besides the lines in it, I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out. I guess I haven't used an Etch-a-Sketch in such a long time, so maybe the original Etch-a-Sketches were leaving those lines. Maybe. Well, he said he couldn't get his images to disappear after shaking it. Mine are disappearing, but it looks like it's etching into the plastic a little bit. But for $10, what do you expect, right? This will last me a lot longer than a latte from Target or from Starbucks. I spent like $5 on those things. Not anymore though. I have almost weaned myself off from wasting money at Starbucks. Now I just buy their stock. So, all right. Well, as you can see, I could sit here and doodle and chat all day. So, again, this is just a quick unboxing, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If I find this on Amazon, I'll leave some links below. But other than that, I did find this at Target, again for $10. And if you're a doodler, if you like someone like me just wants to keep their hands busy, maybe while you're in a meeting and no one can see you on those Zoom calls, or you're watching TV or something, I think this is a lot of fun. Or your niece or nephew or whoever, the neighbor's kids come over, this might keep them pretty entertained as much as it's keeping me entertained. All right, guys, I will chat with y'all later, and be safe out there. Bye.